Hello, everyone, and greetings, brave warriors. It's time for yet another Imperia Online podcast. We are broadcasting live on YouTube from Imperia Online headquarters. I am Mitko and School's in. Since this is the first show about how to play Imperia online, it's only logical for me to share with you some advices, tips, tricks, and hints about your first 3 days into the game after the tutorial. So this will be the topic of the today's first episode of our epic series, I hope so, how to play Imperia online. Sorry. If you have some questions about the topic we will discuss today, you can write them down in the live stream chat and we will try to answer them immediately because, me and my colleagues here, we are that awesome. Imperia Online is a very complex game. It takes real dedication and effort in order to learn how to play it properly. But if you spend some of your time actually learning it, you will find out that it is quite a rewarding game. Believe me, I know. I've been here for quite some time. The tutorial gives you some basic idea what kind of game are you playing. You already know you have to manage resources, materials, gold, workers, happiness. You already know that you have to build stuff, fortresses, barracks, houses, farms, etc. You already know that you have to manage armies, hire soldiers, fight with them, defend, and many more. You already know that you have to manage your imperial family, emperors, princes and princesses, and nobility, etc. You already know that everything happens in real time and you're playing with many other real players in your realm, and you already know that you have to make a lot of decisions and a lot of choices about your empire development, which will affect everything, and many of these choices and decisions are absolutely irreversible. So those are the basics. They can be quite overwhelming, but do not despair. There is a light in the tunnel. Now, what else do you have to definitely know after you finish the tutorial, before you make your first strategic choices? Where can you get help in the game? This is the single most important thing you must definitely get familiar with as soon as you can. The more you know, the more you are informed, the easier your decisions will be. Just like a real king or a president, if you prefer to be modern. The smart rulers surround themselves with even smarter advisors, ministers and assistants, so they can always get counseled and get the best possible decisions about how to rule their countries. And what do you know? Imperia Online has many smart advisors, ministers and assistants built in, ready to help each ruler. So let's begin our journey towards the dark side after the tutorial. Where are the places that I, as a player, can get help? Well, let's show them. May I have the screen, please? Thank you. First up, help menu. There you have technology tree. Everything here you can track your building developments. You can track the dependencies of the buildings and the technologies, meaning what each building and technology requires in order to be built. Many of the buildings and the technologies in Imperia Online require previous levels of other buildings and technologies, etc, etc, etc. That is what it means to have a technology tree. You have of course how to play. This is Imperia Online's knowledge base, which is massive, huge, and unimaginably big. You have dictionary. I personally like this dictionary very much because all the key words you can meet in this in Imperia Online, you can see them here in alphabetical order. You have a search engine, you have different categories: global map, economy, great people, military, diplomacy. Everything you need to know as a knowledge base is here, and this is something you should definitely read and familiarize yourself with in order to be important. What else? Of course, we have the forum where actually I cannot. There should have been a forum here, but nevertheless, if you have some questions, you can ask players in the forum. We have forums for many languages, which are full of topics and etc. What else? Of course, here in the right you have frequently asked questions menu, where you have one very important and very interesting module. This is Ask a Player module. Here we have experienced players who volunteer to answer questions that the players in the game are asking. So basically, you make a ticket, you select a category, and you ask your question, and then you have an answer within the borders of some time. So we have veteran and experienced players answering other players' questions all the time. Also, you have the frequently asked questions category, and here you have again massive amount of information in the form of the frequently asked questions, which of course we have selected and of course we have answered here. And if you want to, if you have any questions or problems with the billing and with the purchasing of diamonds, you can of course call the billing support. There are the guys who are responsible for all your problems connected with billings and purchasing diamonds. They are here. You will immediately be answered, and all your problems will be magically solved, of course, because we are, I will say it again, we are that awesome. So, okay, we check the places. where we can get help. We are now smarter. What do we do? Well, sky is the limit. First of all, it is very important to remember what have you chosen in the tutorial's last step, protection or no protection. Because each of the two modes will determine your game behavior in the first 3 days to 1 week into the game. Why 3 days? Because you will need 3 days at max in order to get out of protection for new players. No more. You either need to reach 1000 network points, or you need 1 week to pass in order to get out of the beginner's protection. But I think that most of the players will have achieved 1000 network points long before 1 week passes. So that's why I chose the 3 days period as the most common one. Unless, of course, you make the 1 week delay trick. Or what is the 1 week delay trick? Well, basically you accumulate close to 1000, but not 1000 network points, let's say 999 network points, and then you just pile up resources until your 1 week passes, and after the 1 week passes you spend a lot of resources to your heart's content. While this strategy may sound super cool, I would not advise you to use it. Why? Because of one simple fact. Simple but important. It is connected with the beginner's protection, and one very important rule in it, which is, of course, tip number 1 for you guys. Beginner's protection does not allow you to attack barbarian camps outside your exclusive zone. If you don't know what an exclusive zone is, I suggest you go back to school, which is not my school. Of course, my school is for super cool players like all of you are. So basically, this is very important to know before you start planning the army you will hire and the objectives you will attack. It's logical to assume that the beginner's protection is something important, since you are a new player and the tutorial is offering you to start it. It's generally not a bad idea to have it if you are totally new player and if you don't have much time to spend in the game. But if you do have time and you are determined to make the best possible start in the game, you really don't need beginner's protection, because you will miss quite a lot resources you can farm from barbarian camps, especially in the first 3 days to 1 week, which are crucial for your development. Which brings us to the most important question. What is the most important development goal you need to achieve right after the tutorial? To annex your first province. This is tip number 2. Annexing your first province is your top priority. It massively increases your income, especially in gold, because of the massive quantity of population you gain from the annexed province. In order to annex your first province, you will need to research centralization 1. Let's see, may I have the screen please? Let's see the centralization one research. There you go. As you can see, centralization requires a lot of resources, especially in gold, which your puny, weak and noobish empire does not have. What do? There are several ways for easy and totally lazy resource acquisition before you start planning some smarter and fancier moves. Number one, find an alliance, or better yet, create one yourself. The first levels of alliance technologies we all know. The first levels of alliance technologies are quite cheap, and they start to affect you and your empire immediately. Income and medicine are your best first choices. You know why. Let's show it. Gives additional medicine levels to all alliance members. Per each level, it increases the growth of your population by 5%. We need population because we need this population to work and produce resources. And the next very important research is, of course, production. Because each level gives 2% bonus income for all alliance members. This income is calculated on the overall income, not on the best one. This is very important fact to know. So the more you gain as an income, the more you will gain as a bonus from this alliance technology. This alliance bonus is according to my opinion, the single most important alliance technology in the whole game, hands down. Number two, Facebook is your best friend, of course, and I will show you why. If you have friends playing Imperia online in Facebook, you can send them gifts by playing Imperia online through Facebook. You all know what I am talking about. This is the friends button. You just select one friend and you send a present to this friend, and then your friend can send you a present back, which equals to 2 hours of your income, and which is of course not bad at all. In fact, it is quite awesome. Again, Facebook is your better than best friend, because if you like the page, if you like Imperia online page, you immediately gain 10 diamonds. With 10 diamonds, you can purchase your 10 hours production in resources immediately. Next stop, the temple. The temple, of course, we all love the temple because it gives a free chest of goodies every day. So you select one, and there you go. I have 14,000 gold, just like that. You can do this every 24 hours, and which is more important, every 6 days. Every 6 days you have one free chest as a bonus. If you don't open your free chest every 24 hours, you obviously play this game the wrong way. What else? Of course, your phone is let me just show it to you. You can you can link your phone with your account in order to further strengthen the security of your account, and by doing so you get 1 week of premium and 10 hours chest 10 hours chest of 10 hours from for your production, and which is more important, this 10 hours chest is based on your current income and it doesn't expire. So this is tip number 3, guys. Of course I selected it as a tip because it's very important. The phone linking chest reward will update with the account development. That means you can keep this chest for later and resources will be much more because your income will be much more as your economy develops. And of course having premium is always awesome. I will show you why. I know that you all know, but let's see it. Anyway, grants 10% production bonus, grants 10% population growth bonus, grants 10% attack bonus to all army, grants 10% defense bonus to all army, grants a daily bonus of 10 happiness points in each province. All caravan stations capacity are doubled, grants 20% shorter unit training time and 20% bigger barracks capacity. It's too good to be true, I know. So, moving on. Number 6, validating your registration email grants you access to the in-game polls. There you go. These are the in-game polls. Completing each in-game poll each 24 hours grants you 1 diamond. What does that mean? In just 10 days and 10 completed polls, you can purchase your 10 hours income. Again, this is too good to be true. So, these are the obvious and the easy ways to obtain resources early in game. Let's summarize them. Being an alliance member or having your own alliance, sending and receiving gifts to your Facebook friends, liking the Imperia online application in Facebook, opening the free chests in Temple, linking your cell phone with your account, validating your email, and completing daily polls. You got it? Okay. Moving on. We already discussed that your top priority is to annex your first province. The question is, how will you do it in your first day? Yes, it is impossible. We already discussed some of the options which will help you pile up resources pretty fast. Now let's talk about farming. And I don't mean tending to crops, growing pumpkins and herding sheep. I mean farming the neutral provinces and barbarian camps which have massive amounts of resources ready for the taking. Let's see what I am talking about. I'm talking about these fellas around you. This one, this one, this one, and this one. These are the neutral towns in your exclusive zone. By the way, you can see your exclusive zone by pressing this button, show exclusive zones. And what do? You create an army with which to attack these neutral provinces around you all day. And then when you achieve 1000 net worth points, a barbarian camp will will spawn in your exclusive zone, which will have massive amounts of resources ready for the taking. So more about barbarian camps in your backyard later. It is quite achievable to create an army fast enough in the first and probably the second day of your development, strong enough to assault the 150, there you go, 40 defenders, 150, 150 and 400 defenders. So it is quite achievable to create an army which can defeat easily the defenders of these neutral provinces in your first or probably your second day. You start pumping up a swordsman. You know where swordsmen are. There you go. 100 swordsmen, units in training. There you go. We already have 100 swordsmen in training. You need probably, let's get some archers as well. For, of course, okay, let's say 50. 50, I like 50. 50 is a good number. And you can postpone the cavalry because it is not needed for assaulting the neutral provinces. Play with the simulator and see what is the most optimal way to defeat these neutral provinces without making some heavy losses. We can even see, let's see, we will get one spy, and we will send this spy into the weakest province. Sorry. Come on, load. Thank you. One spy, send. There you go. The spy is traveling towards the province. We will infiltrate the province. And as you can see, the province has resources, and it has 20 archers and 20 swordsmen as defenders. Then you go into the simulator and you play out the offensive, and then you send your army, and you do this with all your provinces all day every day until you get all the resources that you need for whatever you are planning to build in your empire. It's very easy, it's very fast. You just need some time, patience and determination, and soon you will see yourself swimming in resources. So what else? What else is important about attacking? Yes, the important thing about the attacking is you can have this army very fast, because it's time for the tip number 4. The first 5,000 units you hire can be basically deployed immediately, because they are free. You don't need diamonds for them. You just hire them and then deploy them and then send them to attack. Capitalize on that, because with 5,000 military units you will have no problem with farming everything and their mother at the start of the game. Avoid the neutral provinces which have cavalry in their defending armies. Cavalry is a pain. You will lose much more soldiers, which will be quite costly. After all, you race against time here, and believe me, the other players who are very determined will not wait for you, not one bit. I can guarantee you that, especially if you want to win the realm. Quests grant massive amounts of resources for minimum amount of efforts early in the game. This is tip number 5. Why do I say that? Because I tell you, I will of course make a suggestion to the designers of the game, that they should paint this book into gold, because this is one giant chest of gold, and you can receive massive amounts of income from this from quests and missions only. The general rule of thumb is compare the resources you will spend for the quest with the quest reward. In the beginning, it's always in the favor of the reward. Let's check them out and you will see what I mean. So there you go, you have this goal here. Build 2 archery barracks in a holding. I have one, you have a counter. I have one, I only need to build another one. See the reward? The reward is 1,200 wood, 1,200 iron, 1,200 stone, 1,200 gold. Let's see how much level 2 of barracks cost. Yeah, see the difference? I know. We can see them again. So, basically, archery barracks cost this, and the reward is this, a much more. So, I construct archery barracks, and there you go. I have completed the mission, and I get a reward. Easy peasy, no problem, no breaking sweat, no nothing. In fact, this is so addicting. I used to do this all day in for one whole day until I get so much resources, then I stop thinking. Yeah. So we have army with which we can farm everyone around us, no problem. Who do you send to lead your army? Before, who do you send to lead your army? Your emperor, of course. You can send the heir of the throne as well. Let's see them. This is my imperial family. Sorry. You can send the heir of the throne, of course, but he can gain up to 20 levels maximum, and his imperial majesty Felix Montgomery, my awesome emperor, who is 39 years old, he is capped at 30 levels. Plus, the emperor grants plus 10 morale bonus in battle, and the while the heir plus 5. Plus another one. Plus, having your sovereign at the front line is always badass. Investing it in his levels will later pay off, especially if he is a governor of your capital and its defender. You can really make him very strong, very fast early in the game by sending him to lead your farming army. This is a good time to mention that if you have some spare resources, let's close the palace. If you have some spare resources, by all means build headquarters level 1. Let's see them. Headquarters level 1 and gubernatorial headquarters level 1. You see where I'm heading. Of course, both of these buildings allow you to train your governors and generals up to level 5 for resources, and the prices are actually pretty low at the start. You can definitely look into training your new province's governor up front, so he can be ready to rule when you annex. Level 1 palace is also a good idea because you need the space to accommodate the new nobles which will spawn after the battles with the NPCs, and spawn they will, believe me, especially if you assault the neutral provinces all day, every day. What else can you build with your spare resources? Let's see. I would go with fortress level 3, and I will tell you why. With fortress level 3, and I will tell you why. In fact, this is the time for tip number 6. Fortress level 3 with 1 tower and a full garrison of archers can repel everything. I pretty much guarantee this. In fact, I can bet my life on it, or my job here, but don't tell anyone. If you want not to worry about some players' harassment while you are piling up resources for annexation, this is the solution. The tower adds an immense defensive power. The damage it dishes out is almost unbelievable. As for university and architecture, I don't think I should even mention these buildings and researches, because this is no-brainer. You cannot go wrong with university and architecture, especially when you start building and researching the expensive stuff. Architecture and university lower your prices with percentages. What else? Wood is the single most important resource early in the game. In fact, everything needs wood, and everything needs a lot of wood. So consider this when you build your mines. Build your wood mines up to level 10 first, and then everything else, and put as much population as you can to produce wood early in the game. You also need a lot of wood for archers. You know that archers are cool. They shoot stuff from the fortress, and stuff dies pretty quick. Also, when you think on what to build with spare resources, you should consider not building market in your capital. Do you know why? I will not tell you. I want you to tell me this in the chat. The first one who has the correct answer will get a prize. Why you don't build market in your capital? Anyone? Let's check it out. Can I have the camera, please? Thank you. Anybody answering my questions? Oh, Paul Janos is telling me that his alliance is watching me. Thank you, Paul. Nice to see you. So, any of you guys answer me why you don't build market in your capital when you start the game? Anytime now. I will wait for you 1 more minute. And then there will be no prize. 1 minute. Why you don't have to build market in your capital? Can you answer me? No, you can't. Think about it. Nope. That's a good one, and flattery will get you far away. Okay, I will answer this question for you guys. You don't build market in your capital because when you annex your province, it starts with a market already built in it. So you can spare your the resources for the market. Yeah. What do I get? A chocolate? Yeah, I know. I'm that smart. Okay, so let's repeat it. You don't have to build market in your capital. First, you don't because one, you don't need it. That early in the game you will need resources for a lot more important things than selling them on the market. And second, because the more important reason is because when you annex your province, you receive a free market already built in it. This one is a free tip. Thank you. So, you have farmed everything, you have grinded numerous missions, you have got the diamonds, the premium, the chests, etc. Finally, you got the resources to annex your province. which one will be it. Let's take a look at the provinces I currently have. This is one of the most important decisions you have to make, and it is irreversible. So make it count. Time for the next tip. Tip number 7. You always annex the largest adjacent province possible by attacking it. The largest annexed province will give you largest amount of population. Population means income. Employed population means gold. And we all need a lot of gold. Let's check out the provinces I have. I have one province which is defended by 40 soldiers. This is province from category 1, the smallest one. You can see the categories of the provinces in the how to play knowledge base. And we have one province which is category 3, another province which is category 3, but these two provinces are not adjacent, so I cannot annex them at the moment. And I have one sweet category 4, I think, by the looks of its defenders, which I will definitely annex. So this is the largest possible province for me to annex. And I can tell you that I am very lucky with my provinces, because getting this kind of neutral province as your first is a lot of luck. But sometimes you are not that lucky. Sometimes you can get some pretty bad neighbors. So something like let's see. Well, you can have the 4s here, and you can have 1s here and here. Obviously, you cannot annex the 4 provinces. You have to annex the smallest ones, which are adjacent to your capital. What do you do? The first thing that comes in mind is get the province immediately and start developing it. Well, no. And I will tell you why. Because recently we changed the rules of the neutral provinces in your favor. What does that mean? It means that if you attack this province, if you attack it 5 times, it will become province from category 2, which means more population, 15,000 population instead of 10,000 population, bigger fortress to defend it, more facilities in it. So with just 5 attacks, you can upgrade this province to category 2, and then you get it, and because it will be much better for you to get an upgraded province as your first annexed one. This tip is also a free one. You can thank me later. What you do is you don't get a province without bonuses and province without resources. Especially the latter one. Never annex a province with resources instead of attacking. The price is ridiculous. You will be way better if you invest these resources in additional army and then try to annex by force. So, in fact, I will need this a little more. When you reach 1000 net worth points, hopefully in a day or two, and hopefully before you annex your first province, two things will happen. First, you will no longer be under beginner's protection if you have activated it at the end of the tutorial. That means you are now fair game to everyone within your fighting range. You can find out more about fighting range again in the knowledge base of how to play. Number two, you will have a barbarian camp spawned in your exclusive zone. That means probably here, 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 here. Yeah, on these spots where there are no neutral towns, you will have a spawn of barbarian camp from the local category. Those are the weakest barbarian camps possible. Barbarians carry chests, and even though they will not allow you to annex provinces in your exclusive zones until you destroy them, you should be having a strong enough army already in order to deal with them and get their chest full of resources. Getting a barbarian chest that early in the game so easily is a huge boost to your economy. This is something you cannot miss, especially if you want to get the necessary resources for the centralization one as soon as possible. In fact, I think that if you get this chest before you start centralization, it will be way better decision than getting it after you annex your first province. There are so these are basically the guidelines you need to follow in order to expand your empire fast. You cannot go wrong with this opening style. You cannot go wrong with this opening style. And why? Because fast expanding means fast economy expanding. Bigger economy can support bigger army, and bigger army means a lot of enemies crushed and total domination and badassery. Now, before we wrap the today's show up, we will of course have a quiz or some discussion with prizes for the next show. Also, if you have any questions about the Imperia Online gameplay, or you want to know something, by all means write them down as comments in the chat or as comments under the today's live stream. So the question is, what is your favorite opening in Imperia Online and why? Do you start the game differently than the way I showed you? Do you have some different preferences about the order of the things you do in your first 3 days after the tutorial? If you have some insights, ideas and different opinions and comments, by all means share them as comments under the live stream, and if I like any of them, I will of course, reward them with some juicy diamond prizes. So that was for today. I hope I was helpful for you guys. Next show we will talk about everything you need to know about the great people in Imperia Online: talents, skills, levels, generals, governors, marriages, everything about our imperial family, because they are awesome and because I think that they need much love. So that's it for today's. Guys, take care and play Imperia Online, fight and defeat your enemies. Strength and honor, great warriors. Bye bye.